Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have swatches to share with you for Hella Handmade Creations for the month of February 2021. Hella Handmade Creations is currently open, and it will remain open for pre-order through February 21st at 11:59 p.m. Hawaii time, at which time the website will close. Items that you purchase during this time will ship approximately 3 to 4 weeks once the website closes on the 21st. Everything that you see here is a pre-order. Some items I will say have a cap. And when I say an item is capped, what that means is there are a limited number of bottles available. So if something has a cap of 100 bottles available, once those 100 bottles sell out, this item will be gone from the Hella Handmade Creations website and it will not be available for purchase. Everything here is a limited edition and will not be available on the individual indie makers' websites. I have, I think, 10 items to share with you today, so why don't we go ahead and get started. First up, we have 1850 Artisan Polish. This is the Vicar. It's going to sell for $12, and there is no cap. This was inspired by her Masterpiece Theater collection. More specifically, Sydney's traveling outfit while on holiday in London. It's described as a bright raspberry base with a variety of pink, purple, and blue shimmers. It also has multichrome flakes that transition from fuchsia to gold and green. The Vicar had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly. It does start off a bit sheer on that first coat, but I was able to build to opacity in 3. This polish has an absolutely wonderful formula. I had absolutely no issues whatsoever. There was no running, no pooling, and I had no staining. This polish does have some flakes in there, and they might be a tiny bit textured, but I really don't remember there being texture. And this will not be difficult for you to remove at all. My final swatch is going to show you 3 coats of 1850 Artisan Polishes, the Vicar, with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have by Dany Vianna, and this is To the Revolution. This is going to sell for $12, and there will be 100 bottles available. This was inspired by her mixtape series. This is a thermal polish that is described as clear to blue thermal with gold metallic UCC and iridescent flakes. This polish had a wonderful formula. Dany Vianna always has a beautiful, easy to work with formula. There were no application issues here. This is a pigmented blue, and I did not have any staining. I did wear this one overnight. I would recommend a good base coat if you are more worried about or more prone to staining. The thermal properties in this one transitioned wonderfully. I love the drastic clear to this deep dark type of, well, it's not really deep or dark, but it is a beautiful, like, twilight kind of blue. I really enjoyed this polish. Nothing will be difficult to remove and nothing will be textured. This next polish we have is from Cuticula, and it's called Beyond the Veil. It's going to sell for $12.50, and there is no cap. This is the next polish in Cuticula's Lindsay Sterling series. It is described as a soft milky white full of holographic flakes, iridescent shifting flakes, chrome shifting flakes, and rainbow iridescent shifting glitters. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. I had absolutely no application issues whatsoever. No surprise there from Cuticula. Her formula is always wonderful and easy to work with. This polish did have a lot going on for it. I do not remember it being textured. You might have a little bit of texture, but nothing that one coat of a glossy top coat won't smooth out, and it will not be difficult for you to remove. Next up, we have Kathleen and Co's Violet Prism. This is going to sell for $12.50, and there are 175 bottles available. This is the next polish in her Birthstone series. It is described as a purple jelly base with hollow microflakes, silver hollow microglitters, and iridescent color shifting flakes. This polish had an absolutely wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It stayed where I put it. Absolutely no application issues whatsoever. Formula on this is spectacular. Nothing in here will dry textured. Nothing in here will give you any kind of difficulty to remove. There are a lot of flakes in there, but I do remember them drying down flat and with not really a shiny shine, but you're still going to want a nice glossy top coat to make it absolutely as shiny and sparkly as possible, because this has so much sparkle in it. I absolutely love the mix that is in this polish. It will not be difficult for you to remove either. Next up, we have Lollipop Posse Lacquers. I Find You Acceptable. This is going to sell for $13, and there is no cap. This is the next polish in Lollipop Posse Lacquers Adventure Time series. I Find You Acceptable is described as a lemon yellow jelly that's accented with bright blue shifting aurora shimmer and blue to purple shifting iridescent flakes. This polish had a most excellent formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. No application issues here. There's no running and pooling. I would recommend a base coat because yellows can be notoriously finicky. I did not notice any staining, but I mean, come on, look at my nails. They're stained kind of already to begin with, so, you know, you might not notice on my nails, but just to err on the side of caution for your own nails, I would recommend a base coat with any yellow polish. This polish is absolutely beautiful. That blue shimmer just pops against this yellow base. It is not going to dry textured, and it will not be difficult for you to remove. This is I Find You Acceptable in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have LynB Designs, not the Meek and Obedient type. This is going to sell for $13. There are 150 bottles available. This one already did sell out, and she added more to the cap. So if you love this one, go in and get this right now just to be safe. This is the next polish in her Outlander series, and it is described as a deep bluish black to red to orange to yellow multichrome with scattered rainbows of hollow. This polish is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely enjoyed this polish. I wore it overnight because I saved it to swatch last because it is just so gorgeous. The shifts on this are so in your face. They're not understated. It is so much fun to play with. The formula is absolutely excellent. It was opaque for me in 3 coats. I had no application issues whatsoever. It was just a joy all around to swatch and to wear. I have my final, this will not dry textured, and it will not be difficult for you to remove, and my final swatch will be showing you 3 coats and a glossy top coat. Up next, we have MLF Lacquers Pipevine Swallowtail. This is going to sell for $11, and there are 100 bottles available. This is MLF Lacquers' first in her Butterfly series, and it was inspired by the Pipevine Swallowtail. It is described as a dark turquoise jelly with a green to turquoise to blue shimmer and linear hollow. This polish was another absolute beauty that I saved for last so I could wear it. The formula is just wonderful. MLF Lacquer always has a wonderful formula that applies smoothly and evenly. I had no application issues whatsoever. This does not dry textured, and it will not be difficult for you to remove at all. The shimmer in here and the hollow, it all works together to just bring an absolutely jaw-droppingly gorgeous polish. And there you have Pipevine Swallowtail in a glossy top coat. Up next, we have Pampered Polishes Charm Balm. This is going to sell for $13, and there is no cap. This is the next polish in her Bob's Burgers series, and it is described as a flamenco pink base that is loaded with platinum and holographic flakes. This polish had a absolutely fantastic formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It has a matte type of finish, so if you do want to not put a glossy top coat on it and you enjoy it being matte, you most certainly can. It will do that for you all on its own as it dries. The formula for being a matte polish is absolutely superb. I actually loved the formula on this. No issues whatsoever. I do top it off with a glossy top coat. I just prefer glossy generally, so I always gloss everything up for you guys. But I did leave that little sneak so you could see what it looked like matte. This will not dry textured, and it will not be difficult for you to remove. So there you have Charm Balm from Pampered Polishes in a glossy top coat. Up next is Eyed Lacquers, You're Killing Me Smalls. It's going to sell for $12.50, and there are 150 bottles available. This is from her Sandlot series. How many times in your life have you said, "You're killing me, Smalls"? Because I say it all the time. I love the Sandlot movie. It is this polish is a dark gray-blue crelly with orange to green shifting flakies and red to orange shifting shimmer. This polish had a most excellent formula. No surprise there. Eyed Lacquer has a fantastic formula. I did not have any application issues whatsoever. This polish was beautiful. It had a great formula. It plumped out nice and easily. You saw how lovely it just covered that patch I had on my nails with just 2 coats. This polish is spectacular. It's not going to dry textured, and it's not going to be difficult for you to remove. And last but certainly not least, we have Rogue Lacquer's London Eye. This is going to sell for $13, has 250 bottles available, and it is inspired by her London series. This is described as a black-based multi-chrome with black to red shift, rainbow color shifting flakes, and scattered hollow flake. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It was nice and opaque for me in the first coat, and I only needed 2 coats just to round it out. Those flakes add something a little bit different to this black to red multi-chrome, and it was definitely a welcome treat. The formula is easy to work with, easy to apply, no issues at all. It didn't dry textured, and it will not be difficult for you to remove. Here you have Rogue Lacquer's London Eye in 2 coats with a glossy top coat. Alright guys, that wraps up the February Hella Handmade creations. I'm sorry that this video is going up a bit late. I was a little bit under the weather, so I do apologize for the lateness of this, but everything is still available. I went and I loaded up all of these pages just to be sure. I will have Hella Handmade Creations linked in the description box down below, along with the rest of their social media. If you have any questions, please leave me a question in the comments, and I will be sure to find it out and answer it for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Let me know which ones you're going to be getting, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!